Another busy year has come to an end, so Creamer Media's Real Economy report reflects on a selection of stories that made news headlines this year. We start our 2012 roundup with local defence company BAE Systems Land Systems South Africa's demonstration of its latest versions of 2 gun turrets developed by its Dynamics division.
The one on the other side, which is called TRT, that's a tactical remote turret. We are launching this version now, and it's incorporating a 30mm cannon, a 7.62 coaxial machine gun, and also anti-tank missiles. Previously we had the B25 that was fitted with a 25mm M242. It's a NATO standard cannon, but we found that customers also want a bigger cannon like a 30mm and also want anti-tank missiles incorporated into the same platform with the coaxial machine gun, which is a 7.62.
Keeping with defence, we show you Denel Dynamics' new unmanned air vehicle, which was displayed at this year's African Aeropsace and Defence exhibition.
Denel Dynamics has been offering UAVs in the past many years, and they've realized that there is a segment that they're not really fulfilling, and they've decided to build Hungwe, which is a very small UAV, and it does a 100-kilometer operating radius, 6 hours endurance, and the altitude ceiling is 12,000 feet.
From defence to housing, the next insert details how a City of Johannesburg initiative is redeveloping abandoned or derelict buildings in the city centre into low-cost accommodation units for the working poor. The Johannesburg Social Housing Company, or Joshco, currently manages around 7,500 units, which are spread across several projects in the inner city and which provide housing for around 25,000 tenants. The company aims to further densify in core locations where infrastructure and public transport networks will be less costly to maintain. Moving now to alternative building technologies, the Eric Malobi Housing Innovation Hub was developed through a public-private partnership between Parastatal, the National Home Buildings Registration Council, and the banking sector, and provides a space in which private companies can permanently showcase alternative building technologies.
We monitor structural performance and also thermal performance of these units, and a research report should be published in a near future.
We stay with the theme of housing, this time visiting an off-the-grid residential development in Midrand. With increased demand for sustainable, energy-efficient housing, local developers have shifted focus towards a greener approach to building design. Crucial to low-energy or off-the-electric grid living is the ability of the structure to be fully insulated to prevent unnecessary heat transfer. Those in the South African housing market believe the industry is ready for the large-scale introduction of green housing. From off-the-grid housing to health trains, our next insert documents Transnet's partnership with its sponsors Roche and Colgate-Palmolive in launching the 82 million rand Pelo Pepper 2 health train, which aims to provide quality healthcare to more rural people.
The dental department's equipment has been upgraded. The train now has Wi-Fi. The equipment generally has been modernized because the previous train was built quite some time ago. So this is a train that has much better equipment and ergonomics than the previous train has.
We move now to South Africa's newest deepwater harbour, which was officially opened by President Jacob Zuma in March. The facility is already operating as a transshipment hub, but there are now plans to develop it into a new minerals gateway.
The port of Ngogha has also made it possible for the Eastern Cape economy to participate in the minerals industry as well. In the longer term, South Africa and the region will be well positioned to lead the establishment of a key trade corridor linking Southeast Asia with Africa and America.
Moving on to farming, Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries Minister Tina Jomat Peterson said at the August launch of South African retailer Massmart's pilot Ezemvelo Direct Farm program in Limpopo that public-private partnerships would be central to developing smallholder farmers.
The private sector is assisting us with the market, as well as ensuring that there's quality and a regular quantity. The volumes are there, and government in turn assists with providing seeds, fertilizers, mechanization, tractors where it is necessary. Government will never be able to do it on its own. We need the commercial farmers and we need the private sector.
We move now to Total South Africa's Green Service Station. Located in Fairlands in Johannesburg, this is the South African pilot site for an environment-friendly concept that has so far been successfully tested by the Total Group in Indonesia and Germany and forms part of a 500 million rand nationwide rollout program. And finally, we take a look at local bulk water utility Rand Water, which says it's still supplying Gauteng residents with some of the best water in the world. Engineering News visited the utility's Zekerbosch plant to witness the purification process firsthand.
We have two standards, the SANS 241 standard, class 1 and class 2, and then as well as the production standard. So the reason why we have the production standard, the production spec is more stringent than the 241 standard.
That's it from this year's Real Economy Report team. Log on next year for more news and updates on the economy and the best South Africa has to offer in the fields of science and technology.